Sarah, you want to come back up? And while she's coming up, I'll embarrass her a little bit by saying that one of the things about being the face of Lean Startup is people attribute to me things that other people do, which, most of the time I don't mind, but in this case, it's really quite ridiculous. The vast majority of the work that makes a conference like this possible is not done by me. It is done by an incredible team who is, the last 2 years been led by Sarah. And so, first of all, I hope you will join me in giving Sarah a huge round of applause. Thank you for making this possible.
Thank you.
And so anyway, I am incredibly grateful to Sarah and to the team, but mostly to all of you who have taken the time to do this and make this possible. People sometimes get upset when we describe Lean Startup as a movement, because that's usually something we reserve for social movements. But I hope if you've detected anything in the patterns among the different speakers here, is that we do share a common vision and a common ambition to change the way that work is done, and a very particular kind of work, a work that's increasingly important to our future as a civilization, as a society. So if you don't mind being grandiose for a second, if we don't figure this out, if we don't learn how to build companies that are built for sustainable growth through continuous innovation, if we don't learn to master these incredible gyrations of disruption and technological change that are coming after us, we're in big trouble. And to me, what keeps me getting up in the morning and what has inspired me meeting so many of you over the past few days is how many of you are deeply, deeply committed to trying to crack that code and figure it out. And what we know today is the tiniest tip of the iceberg in terms of this new way of management. And so for those of you who have been willing to be in the kind of laboratory of entrepreneurship, especially those of you who toil out of Silicon Valley, out of the limelight, trying to figure out how do we advance the state of the art, I just want to say thank you, and I really appreciate you making the time to be with us, and I hope each of you will walk away from this with just one thing you're going to actually do tomorrow. I understand you can change your life next year and 10 years from now, me is always so ready for change and able to do amazing things. And even 1 month from me now has super productivity and can handle every problem. But what are you going to do tomorrow to make this a reality? Because that long-term vision is going to have to be built by a lot of really rapid short-term experiments. So for that, I really thank you and look forward to hearing all about what you accomplish at a future conference.
All right, so a couple more things. On that point, I think we've got a really good start here in terms of doing things differently. We asked you guys to act a little differently than the normal conference audience, to interact with each other more, to be part of what we were creating, to engage in some of our experiments, to watch some sponsored talks that were different, to go to office hours, which was totally new for us, to do group dinners together last night and the night before. And you did all of that beautifully. You created a very different kind of conference than we usually see in the business world. So you are off to a very good start here, and we hope you take that out into the world and into your businesses in doing more things. Couple of other quick points. The fun stuff. Tomorrow, workshops in the morning. We just want to remind you guys, we've got 2 at 9 o'clock in the morning that anybody can attend. And Eric and I, they're at the Fairmont, and Eric and I will be hanging out there also in the morning. So if folks have questions or want to chat about anything, you can find us there tomorrow too. When I walked in before, coming back from the Fairmont, I noticed that there was a table with a lot of glasses on it, and people's eyeglasses, a couple of notebooks and stuff. It's all lost and found, it turns out. So if you are missing your notebook, your eyeglasses, your phone, it's on the table in the lobby. Don't miss that. And one of the notebooks was composition book in English with all these Spanish business cards in it. That's somebody's notebook for sure. All right, and then finally, as Eric said, this conference has a lot of people running behind the scenes that you don't see, and we really do want to thank them, because if you have had a good experience here, it's really their fault. So in particular, Heather McGough and Melissa Tinatigan are our 2 full-time people. We are so lucky to have them. Woo!
Are they too embarrassed to come out?
And I think they are backstage. And then we also have a whole cadre of part-time folks who treat us with the passion that you would hope that full-time people would. Michelle Kimball, Debbie Pfeiffer, Lisa Reagan, Stephanie Nix, AV up there, for those of you in the balcony can say hi, Corinne Ikeda, Brittany Sochard, James Hart, Brian Flanagan, and our volunteers who have been fantastic in really making this whole show run. I wanted to give a special shout out to Nick Reed in the back, who has been here right through helping us, and our live stream hosts. Hello out there, thank you guys so much. And finally, we had 2 advisors this year that we just wanted to shout out to, who gave us lots of help in many ways, Kathy Astromoff and Kathy Sierra. So thank you to all that group of people and to you. And we look forward to seeing many of you tomorrow and on Twitter forever.
Okay, that's it. Thank you all very much.
you.
We'll see you soon.